So for your build, I mean, what we've done to this frame is we've lowered the tail section. So we've, because this is a stock frame. So in your case, we'd be going for a stock frame as well. We chop the back off, and then we get these castings in that lower the seating position. That kind of gives you that sitting in the bike feel, which I think is what you're
most
after.
Definitely, yes.
You don't want to piss blood when you get to the petrol station, so suspension in the back is a good one.
The days of the hardtail for me are definitely over.
Well, it makes it more of a practical bike, and it can still look good. And then the swing arm, we've got these lowering castings, so in order to keep the swing arm kind of parallel to the ground, because it's lowered, it's 2-inch lowered, to keep that parallel to the ground, you've got this casting that we slide into the existing swing arm. So we cut the swing arm.
Okay.
We've got these castings that come in welded up so that your axle sits here instead of normal position, which is
right. Okay.
So that's what I would propose we do to your frame as well. And if we go with a donor shovel, we'd have the engine and we would have the shovel transmission. You want an electric start, right?
Please, yeah, definitely.
So the trick with electric start is if we do this setup, then the oil bag, the original oil bag is going to sit too low and it's going to hit any starter because it simply doesn't fit in the frame. So we make our own oil bags, these oil bags. They're a bit shorter and they fit. The other problem with the starter, if you run a belt, which we should do on yours, is that I think Tech Cycle Performance is the only company that makes a setup that kind of fits neatly in there.
Okay.
Which is great because it's an awesome product. We use it on all our proper builds. Not the cheapest, but the best that you can have. What do you want to do about the transmission? Because this is the standard shovel trans in the back, which is perfectly fine.
Is that 4-speed?
That's a 4-speed.
I'm more than used to 4-speed.
Okay. So, because if we were to upgrade that to a Baker 6 and 4, we may be sliding into a different budget because they're not. They're again really good, but not cheap. All right, so we'll stick with 4-speed. We do these hydraulic covers on there instead of the actuator arm. So this is hydraulic. Speed Dealer makes these, and it allows you to run a hydraulic line through the frame up and keep your handlebar clean, which is one of the attractions you had with the bike. You don't see a lot of shit on handlebars. So, and they're really good value for money. So we'll do that on yours. We'll keep yours kick as well because it's just cool to look at. And if you're ever in a pinch and your battery's flat, you can at least attempt to kick it.
At least you've got that backup. Yes, definitely.
George loves kicking bikes, so you can give him a call and he can come over. But then the engine. What we've done with this one is that the bottom end we didn't take apart, so we didn't split the cases on this. And then we had the barrels honed, blasted, powder coated, and we did the same with the heads. And then the rocker boxes are a different story because they're engraved. Do you want us to go through that level of a rebuild of the engine?
I would do, yes. Yeah. I think it's, to be honest, I think it's a bit mad if you don't.
Okay. So we'll assess the cases, make sure they're good, clean them up real well, and then use the original barrels, heads, and rocker boxes. I think we have a donor bike that has a set of S&S heads. So if we end up using that engine, then you already have a really good set of heads on there, which would, be better. So because that's one way. The other way to go is to put Speed & Science billet aluminum cylinders, heads, and rocker boxes on them, which is absolute top of the line. But again, budget implications. So
Yeah.
got to be sensible in what we do.
Yes. Be easy to get carried away.
It's very easy to get carried away. Yeah, yeah. So I think originally we'll stick with the original engine, right? We'll see if we can use the one with the S&S heads for you. When it comes to color scheme of your bike, have you given that thought?
Well, I had originally but that was a different thing. Yeah. So on this side of it, not really. I do like the fact that you have the. Is that a polished frame or is that?
This is what they call Chromax.
Yeah.
So that's powder coat. That looks like it's chrome basically, but it has the durability of powder coat.
Yeah.
We don't chrome our frames because it just peels off in this climate. What we do make stainless steel frames, and they're beautiful. But again, that's puts it into a whole different kind of ballpark.
Yeah.
But are you leaning towards a Chromax frame, or are you thinking more towards the black? Because initially you were more of a black frame.
Yes. I think I like the Chromax frame because I was thinking maybe then with a blacked out engine, because if I had a blacked out engine and a black frame, that's too much.
Yeah.
Single colour.
Yeah.
But I'm always open to a suggestion on, I think all of those things really, to be fair.
Yeah. I mean, we can also do it the other way around, where we do the frame in black and we keep the drivetrain in like the natural aluminum / stainless look. Just to get contrast in there.
Yep. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, nothing is set in stone at all.
Right. So we've got some liberty. Okay.
Have you come away from the green idea?
To be honest, again, I'm not sure because the picture of the one I showed you, that is green, and that is a nice green. But again, it's one of those things I can't see it yet, if you know what I mean.
No. So I think that green we wouldn't do on the frame.
No.
So what I would suggest is we do make a decision at some point on frame color because we have to powder coat it, and we kind of need to know that before we start building. But that's easy enough. And then we build it up to a point, and we put the tins on it, so the gas tank and the fender. And then you have a better idea of what the bike is going to look like. And then we can cross that bridge. Because I think that green, we could do something cool with that green on the tank and the fender. If we were to go that route, I do think a black frame would be nicer, because that's where on the vehicle that you have, that's on the drive, it looks spectacular. So, but we can cross that bridge. Alrighty. Front end. We build our own front ends. We now make our own lower legs. They're all CNC'd out of billet aluminum, so it's really good stuff. You want to go down that route, or do you want to go down Springer route?
That looks nice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
That looks lovely.
Good. I'm happy you say that. Okay, we'll do that. Handlebars, you like straight, you don't like apes? Not to this degree.
It's not that I don't like them, I just find the flatter bars more comfortable nowadays.
So we'll end up doing a mock-up for you, so that when you come by, you can sit on the bike and we can figure out where your best riding position is, so that we tailor it to what you like. So again, that decision we can make at a later stage. So you can sit on the bike and go like, all right, actually, I want it there, or I want it there, or I want it.
Yeah.
It's going to be quite a narrow bike and compact bike, so I don't want to go too wide because that's going to make it look
Oh,
shit.
no,
so
no,
we need
that's
to,
right.
We need to keep it tight.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Wheels. These are spoked. These are chrome hubs and rims with stainless steel spokes. So they're built. Again, that comes with a price tag. You can also just get chrome wheels, but you got to stay on top of them. Alternatively, we're now making invaders, which look very clean because there is a lot of, you look through them basically, and we can powder coat them in any color, but they're an acquired taste. So you got thoughts on one or the other?
I mean, obviously, I'm assuming there'll be a cost difference, I would have thought, when they're going for...
In all honesty, I think I wouldn't go for chrome.
I mean, I love the old Invader wheels.
Yeah.
I've always thought they were...
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can get budget that in, because chrome spokes in UK climate is just
Yeah.
You know, we're not living in California, so it's you got to stay on top of it constantly. Whereas those, if we powder coat those, you know, you just hose them off and you're good. And even if they get dirty with a rag, you got them clean in 2 minutes. Whereas every individual fucking spoke.
Yeah, I was going to say, and that's
unless
not
you're
me.
a bit touched, it's not something you want to do.
No. And as you say, it's the climate. We just, you know, even if it's, unless you can have a nice heated,
Yeah.
they just get trashed.
Yeah.
You know, and then it's like,
Yeah.
So no, a preference most definitely for the more solid wheel. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll see if we can budget it with invaders, and then we run 21 inches in the front, 16 inches in the back. These look like they're old school tires, but they're Shinkos. They're like modern materials. So old school look, but modern technology.
Yes, I do. I like the tread on the front ones going for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then brakes, we'll put good brakes on them. Now, brakes, you can go from good and cheap to expensive and good. I think we just want to get good brakes on there.
Yeah.
I don't think we want them to break the bank, because you can get very good brakes for a decent price.
Yeah.
What we should maybe try to do is we're now building these inboard brakes, which I'll show you when we have them assembled on a bike. And they look super cool. So the clamp is the other one. Like normally you've got the disc like this and the clamp comes on top, which is what makes it as big as that is.
Yes.
But we've now made a system where the clamp is on the inside. So instead of clamping like this, it clamps like that.
Okay.
It makes it way more compact. So we should see if there is space in the budget we could do that, because that would clean that front up even more. And it makes it like a cool extra custom chopper thing. But leave that with me to figure out where we end up price-wise on that.
Okay.
I don't want to push you over too far.
Okay.
All right, all cables through, handlebars.
Definitely.
Yeah, so these are road legal with just a high and low beam, running light in the back, brake light in the back, with the brake actuated by just one brake switch, without indicators. Are you cool with that?
I was going to say, to be fair, that's kind of where my old bikes have always been.
Okay.
They've never been, apart from ones that I bought brand new, which I've had a couple of, they've all been that age, and I much prefer, Okay.
Because some people say, even though it's legal, I would still prefer to have indicators. You know, we prefer not to stick them on there because it just keeps the bike cleaner.
Exactly.
And it's legal, so you're okay with it, but it's okay. Side mount plate in the rear.
Yes, because
keeps the fender nice and clean.
Yeah, I was going to say, because you just can't do it otherwise, can you?
No.
You can't keep the look.
No,
There's
not
got to be a
this look.
sacrifice somewhere, as it were, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
yeah, the side mount plates, yeah, as long as they're not, because otherwise all you do is bash your shins on them.
Yeah, 100%. Alrighty. And then gas tank is something that we need to figure out quite early on, because we have to get the mounting system on the frame, and then before it goes to powder coat. Now, these gas tanks have been beaten to death. Every fucker has these on their bikes.
Yeah.
They're nice, and they are, but maybe we should do something slightly different, just to.
Yeah, I can
Know what
see
I mean?
exactly what you're saying. Yes.
So we can stay with the same small size. I mean, they make these that have a small little indent.
Dished, yeah.
It also allows you to do some interesting stuff with paints, because you got a bit of a canvas here. So I think what we'll probably end up doing is mocking the bike up, sticking one of these on there and sticking one of those on there, and then we can cross that bridge, and then we can come up with a definite mounting system.
How much does that? Is it 2 gallon? Is it as big as that?
I think this is 1.8 or 2. Yeah, so you're gonna become intimate with gas stations real quick.
That's right. You've seen what I drive.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's the consequence of having.
Yeah, which is fine, because where and how I ride the bikes, then that's not a problem. You know, it's not, as you say, and it isn't a problem. It's just.
No, and we make auxiliary bottles. Let me see, do we have a bike here that has one? We used to have a bike that had one. We make bottles that you can clamp on the front lower tube, and it gives you a liter extra. So if you're ever fucked and you're out, you can tip that in. So if you go on a slightly longer
yes,
ride,
I think I've seen where you've been making them. They're cool, aren't they?
Yeah.
I did, when I first saw it on one of the bikes, I did wonder what it was, and then obviously the explanation.
And you can, it's like a super easy release system. So if you're going on a short ride, you don't take it with you. If you're going longer and you're like, I don't want to risk it, you just clamp it on and you take it with you.
Yeah.
All right. We don't run 2-ups on these. You're cool with that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep, that game, that's,
Yeah.
Can't remember,
Last time. It's also not really the bike you want to have a 2-up.
No,
it's not. I mean, you can, and people do it, and a lot of people are going to hate me for saying it, but I think these are better just.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Totally agree, yeah.
Exhaust. These are the style that we run on most of these bikes. 2-in-1s.
Yep.
Stainless steel. They give off enough noise so people hear you, but it's still somewhat.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not the irritating noise where you're
and it's not shrill.
attracting.
So, and Panda, who's diligently taking notes, builds them. So you're going to get a full custom build.
Yep, they are cool. I do like those a lot. Yes, so it's a good job you're making.
We could go titanium on them, but I think, given everything that I've heard, I think we should stay with stainless, and that will work out fine. Okay.
What about the seat there?
Yeah. So because you have a swing arm, you can't mount the seat, and the fender is mounted to the swing arm, so it moves with the swing arm, which allows that small gap between fender and tire. We need to mount the seat to the frame, not to the fender. So we do this style of seat. It's got a really good ass grip in the back, so you don't slide off. We do different levels of padding, so this is super thin, and then on that bike there's a bit more. So I would suggest we use our seat pans for them. And then again, we mount it without padding on it. We make sure that you're in the right position on that bike, and then we decide what kind of, where you want to go. Because I don't think you want to use leather. I think you want to go.
Prefer not to, no.
No, exactly. So we'll try to stay away, or we will stay away from leather. Tom from East County Customs does our seats. So we'll have him over when you're here, and then we'll run through him,
Okay.
through
Yep.
it with him.
Cool.
What you want. And then for paint, what I think we should do, like I said, we should kind of get it to a state where you can start to see the bike, and then we'll get Luke over from LA Coatings. And he has some great ideas. And then we can run through what you have in mind for paint.
Okay,
And
yeah,
then,
but like I say, because as much as in my head I'm like, oh yeah, I like to keep so it's not shouting out, but then when I see all of these, I'm like, yeah, but maybe it should have some sparkle and shout out.
I know. It's funny because I like my bikes black without shit on them, and then I build nothing but fucking sparkly.
Well, but there you go, see, exactly.
So it's
yeah, that's what I mean. It's difficult because
Yeah.
I really like the things that are those, you know, like black, and then you know, they just blend in.
yeah,
But then you look at that and think,
yeah, maybe more of a statement piece.
yeah, and you know, there's no getting around it. They are built so that people can look at them.
Yeah, and the good thing is, I mean, if we use the materials that we use, which is Chromex powder coat or black powder coat, and aluminum and stainless steel, and we stay away from chrome, then you know they look like show bikes, but you can ride them in the rain, hose them off, and they're fine,
Yeah,
right? So
and that's
that's what you want.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can even get the invaders the same colour as the tank. Black frame.
Yeah, you can.
That's very loud.
I was going to say, yeah.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Yeah, good input, Panda. Is there anything you want on the bike from a personal touch standpoint? Is there like, we had a customer who had dice tattooed on his knuckles that he had a deeper meaning to him, so we had to get that in the seat somewhere. Do you have anything that you think you would like to see to just give it, and it doesn't have to be loud, it doesn't
yeah.
have to be big, it can be a small thing. Is there anything that would make it even more special for you than already having it?
Possibly, but yeah, I'd have to have a thought, I
Yep.
think, on that of how potentially I could put it in there, or yourselves could put it in there. But yeah, maybe. So yeah, I will have a think, and it would only be very, very, as you say,
Yeah.
very subtle and not
Yeah.
noticeable as such, but we'd know it was there.
Yeah, because we have the ignition cover, which is like a small disc that allows itself for like engraving of something, and it doesn't have to be,
Yeah,
but could be just something to think about.
yeah. I love the setup on the handlebar, the switchgear,
Yeah.
because it's very small and very minimalist.
Yeah, we would run similar on yours, and then depending on what color we go in, they'd be either polished aluminum or they would be black, just kind of depending on the color scheme we go for.
Okay, yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
And I definitely, yeah, it just looks, it looks amazing.
Yeah. All right, are we forgetting anything? Is there anything you were thinking about before you came over?
No, again, the forward controls, I do like footboards, and it's purely for comfort, really. I just, my legs sit better
Yeah.
rather than slightly forward, sitting
Yep.
low down. So if that's doable with it, I know obviously sometimes it does have an interference with the exhaust.
Yeah, and the aesthetic.
Yeah.
So it's always form and function. So
Yeah,
what I would suggest is it's easy for us to bolt on a set of forwards like this. We need a good fit in for you anyway, because we need to look at the seat, we need to look at the handlebars.
Yeah.
So I suggest we kind of get that all mounted on the bike, and then have
Okay.
you sit on it and see what you think about. Because these, as small as they look, they do run different from just normal cylindric pegs. This does give a lot more comfort when you're riding it. It's not wobbly. You
Yep.
feel kind of planted.
Right,
And we can
okay.
make these bigger. We can widen them out a little bit so that we kind of compromise between like a full mini footboard
Okay.
and a peg. So let's figure that one out when
Yeah,
when we
okay.
do your
No.
fit in.
All right. No, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. No, it's.
Yeah. So process-wise, what we'll do is we'll get a spec sheet up and going with everything that we discussed for you to run through, make sure that everything kind of sounds like it is what we discussed. After we've done that, I'll get budget up, because that way we can, before we start tweaking things. Go like, all right, we want to put a little bit more budget behind this and a little less behind that, so that we have, what you're getting yourself into.
Yep.
Just count on enthusiasm. So once we start and you start coming over, there are always things you're going to want to upgrade. It's like building a house, that always happens.
Yep.
And funny enough, it's usually the customer that pushes us and not even us pushing the customer.
Yeah.
And then
Does it have a speedo?
no, it doesn't have a speedo.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's.
No, we don't run speedos on these. We can if you want to, but no, we don't.
No, I was going to say, to be fair, I was thinking, because the only times I've had speedos, we've just kind of mounted them down.
Yeah,
here,
they always
don't want anything.
No, they're always kind of in the way.
Yeah.
What we have done, we took a bike to the.
Sorry, I don't understand.
We took a bike to the Arctic, and we mounted a little thing to the handlebar where we could just click the phone in. And that
Okay.
can give you a speed. So if you that would be an option to get away from something permanently fixed on there. But otherwise, we would, like, our default is not to run one.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so the rough outline we can have done in a day or two. Once agreed, we do a detailed budget spec sheet to figure out where to tweak it. That takes a few days, and then in principle we're kind of good to go.
Okay.
We have donor material to start, so we could start early fall. It's a project that we're very excited about, because we love doing these bikes. So it.
Okay. Well, no, that's good. That always. Yeah.
Yeah, it means. I mean, we don't take on jobs we don't like ever.
No.
But you've seen the bikes that we built, and you fall straight into our sweet spot. So yeah.
No,
Does that
that's
work for you?
brilliant. Yeah. No, it's amazing. I mean, the only thing is do you mind then? Because obviously, looking at it, won't have apes on it, or mini apes.
No, it won't have apes, but I've seen a bike, a similar bike done with different handlebars than this that still look good. So I think we can figure something out. I don't think you want to go all the way straight bars. I think once you sit on it, you'll find that you want it just up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the bars that I have in mind will probably do that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the only thing with apes is that I find over the years I tend to just be riding along like that, and then I've got to put.
Yeah. Well, the thing with
they just get tired.
Well, the thing with apes is officially you should kind of have them above heart height. So everybody thinks with apes that drains like that.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about apes and you sit on a bike like this would be my ape position.
Mm-hmm.
This is still an ape, but this is going to be tiring. So you kind of want it like at this level.
Yeah.
And then you don't get as much discomfort. But again, that's a matter of you sitting on the bike.
Yeah. Yeah, because I have got pretty long arms, to be fair.
Yeah, but you are a short ass, so.
Yeah. So it makes me an odd shape.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's fine. That's why you get a custom built bike.
That's why you have to, yes.
It's like a tailored suit.
Exactly right.
Yeah. I mean, Rich is short and has a fat ass, so getting him in a suit is. But yeah. Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Are you comfortable with that time frame?
Yeah, no, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
That really is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And it's good that you will give us a little bit of freedom to do what we want to do, because sometimes people want to define it to a point where it doesn't fit anymore with
Yeah.
either function or form or with what we like to do.
I was going to say that.
Then we move out of something that
Yeah.
we're,
And to me, if that was going to be the case, I wouldn't be coming to ask you.
No.
Because there would be no point.
No, no.
You know, that's, yeah, I want you to come up with ideas and as much as I am.
Yeah.
So that we can go, actually, yeah, that's what we're after.
Very good. Well, I think we're off to a good start.
Definitely.
Good.